Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Josh and I am the proud owner of a 79 Corvette. So a couple of days ago, I was researching online. I wanted to find a way to make the Corvette front splitter or chin spoiler a little bit more aggressive. And I couldn't really figure out a way how until I found on Corvette Central that they used to sell a air dam deflector and an air dam extension, which made the car look just that much more aggressive. And I figured I would try it myself. The problem is that they don't sell the part anymore and it's been discontinued. So I figure I can create my own extension or air dam extension to make the car look that much more aggressive. Luckily, upon doing some really thorough research and some very professional measurements, I found this. Now, this is the chin spoiler or the front diffuser or splitter for a 69 Camaro. The cool thing about this is that even though the shape is not the same as the diffuser for the Corvette, it's a very similar measurement. So I am going to attempt on pretty much converting this one and retrofitting it to the chin spoiler that I currently have, which is the stock one that comes with the Corvette, and adding this one to it to give it a more aggressive look. So hopefully this works. This piece was about 40 bucks and bought it off of Amazon and it just arrived today. So I'm gonna attempt to install it and tweak it and see how it looks. So to start off, I gotta try to see if we can retrofit the new diffuser to this one or the splitter to this one. This is the current one that I have on the car. It's about 52 inches in length. So what I'm going to try to do is remove the screws that you see over here. Pretty much remove the whole plaque that's there, and that way we can get the diffuser removed without having to just remove the diffuser and not the whole piece. Essentially what this diffuser does is pretty much allow air to go, instead of going under the car, it allows it to go into the actual engine and cooling down the engine just that much more. Something that it makes a huge difference on my car, so I don't drive it that fast, but it does make for an aggressive look. For this, we're gonna use a 3/8 wrench and we're gonna start taking off the screws that are attached to the skid plate. So after removing what seems like 100 different screws, are actually like about 13, remove these ones. So you might have to take these ones into account as well. But from removing the skid plate, you only have about 13 screws in here and then on the sides. And this is the original diffuser that came with the car. So essentially this would sit like this, and then obviously air would come in through here, and then this would push the air into the engine bay rather than having all the air go under and not into the engine. But what I'm trying to do is essentially extending the diffuser to make it look just a little bit more aggressive. So it'll look something like this. I know it doesn't look as pretty right now, but it'll look pretty when I'm finished. So essentially what I'm gonna try to do is remove these screws, and these are aftermarket screws that I added. I'm gonna go ahead and remove them and try to attach this one to the original one without cutting anything. I may have to cut to make sure that it kind of looks exactly the same, but I may be able to wing it, so we'll see. And so that's what we're gonna try to do now. And just to point out what was happening here is I couldn't remove the actual diffuser from the skid plate because I had added double-sided tape and it was taking me quite a while to remove it. Now, because the new diffuser is so much thicker than the original one, I do have to cut to be able to fold it and mold it to the other one, as it is a little bit more of a pointy arrow direction than a straight line direction. So as you can tell, I'm cutting quite a few different pieces from the splitter to make sure that it fits. And I decided to go ahead and grab a pair of gardening scissors, as they were the sharpest scissors that I have in the whole house, and just to cut that kind of inner lip that attaches to the upper part of the car, of the underbody of the car, in this case the 69 Camaro. But because we're using a pretty much a retrofit to the Corvette's standard diffuser, I have to cut to make sure that it lays almost flat on top of it. Now, with the use of double-sided tape, in this case 3M double-sided tape, I was able to go ahead and kind of mold the shape of the new diffuser to the old one, but I was still having a small gap in between. So I'm gonna go ahead and drill to make sure that it doesn't fall and it doesn't move with air pressure. I'm gonna go ahead and drill and add a couple of screws to it. Alrighty guys, so after pretty much what seemed like an eternity, I was able to finish the product, and I think it looks great. I think everything fit perfectly, and it looks almost like a stock diffuser to the car. I'm gonna go ahead and paint those little screws or just highlight them with a marker to make sure they don't look so bright, but I think for the most part, I think we have a pretty cool diffuser here. Alrighty guys, so after installing 100 different screws, I was able to put the new diffuser on, and I think it came out really good. It's a lot lower, it has a better cut at the end, and it fit pretty much perfectly, aside from making a couple of cuts and a couple of different incisions. I was able to get the spoiler to go in pretty much like a normal spoiler would, and I think it just looks a lot better on the side too. So you guys let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any comment, please let me know. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.